Hello, no gameplay today, but I will be taking a look at the age-old question of gold versus blue. Well, it's not age-old because single 113mm has been in the game for just under a year. Anyways, I have done a lot of real in-game tests with Z52, and the results do make sense with the theory. Mostly. If you don't care about the how or why, and just want to know the answer, skip to the end. Let's go over this article whose link will be in the description. Z52 and Trafalgar are very similar in gun choice and gun damage. The learnings of this video will be applicable to both of them. This table compares the differences between the two guns. The most important parts that affect the quantity and quality of the ship's barrages are the base reload, targeting range, and firepower stat. This section discusses the little-known fact of how Vanguard guns' reload times get rounded up to the next multiple of 0.1 seconds. I discovered this 2 or 3 years ago and then later got a super oversimplification added to the wiki. What this means is that it doesn't matter if your destroyer gun has a 0.45 second reload time or a 0.47 second reload time. What does matter is 0.49 versus 0.51. Exactly 0.50 seconds can swing either way because, first of all, it's not exactly 0.50, it's just displayed to 2 decimal places by the game. And second of all, your phone or emulator can lag, and each weapon update cycle is not exactly 0.1 seconds. So then I tested the two guns using Z52 and various settings of reload tech. No torpedo and no equipped anti-sub gear to reduce the variance in her end screen damage. I tested each configuration 5 to 10 times using Scharnhorst Meta Showdown, and here are the average damages dealt by Z52. The gold looking curve with 3 steps is gold 113. As you can see, there is a big jump in damage between 290 and 291 reload stat, and another big jump somewhere between 265 and 272 reload. Then the lighter blue line is blue 76. The damage results are basically flat, plus or minus a little error. The dark blue and orange lines swapped autoloader for all work, all play robot, which is a damage boosting aux. So this moon-shaped charm here. On the far left, at 253 reload, we see that both blue lines had a big drop in damage. This is because 254 reload stat is the minimum for blue 76 to be under exactly 0.50 seconds. Similarly, with the gold 113, the step between 290 and 291 reload happens to cross the threshold of 0.50 seconds. Still, when you're that close to the threshold, the more reload the better due to lag. The step somewhere between 265 and 272 reload, though I can't really explain that. Gold 113 goes from 0.517 to 0.512 second in reload time, which is far from any multiple of 0.1. I doubt it's RNG making such a big difference over 10 runs. And this chart shows the reload time of each gun according to the reload stat of the ship. So what's the conclusion here? The conclusion is that if Z52 or Trafalgar can get 291 or more reload stat, then the gold gun is better by quite a bit, like 5% with a plus 10 gun. At exactly 290, according to my tests, the gold gun is still better. Between 270 and 289 reload, there's no clear winner. Between 254 and 270 reload, the blue gun is better. And finally, below 254 reload, the gold gun is better again. But at the end of the day, the difference is not that big, and you should definitely not be crafting the gold gun if you're a new player or are in your first few months of Operation Siren. Here are some common reload tech thresholds to get to 291 reload for that sweet plus 5% extra damage. With gold burn or a plus 11 autoloader, Z52 when oathed needs 8 reload tech to reach that threshold, while non-oathed needs 21 reload tech. Trafalgar has a higher base reload, so if oathed, then no tech is needed, while a non-oathed Trafalgar only needs 3 reload tech, which is trivial, like from level 5 Eagle Union tech, which is 1500 Eagle Union points. If you do not use gold burn or autoloader, then it's mostly infeasible to reach 291 reload, unless you have the current maximum DD reload tech of 27 and an oathed Trafalgar. Finally, here are some recommended setups for Z52 and Trafalgar, but of course, if you're playing anything difficult, then you'll need to fine-tune the gear further. For example, Hedgehog for anti-sub, or not using Twin 134 if you need anti-air. If you like this kind of content, please check the other sections of this website. You might find something helpful or interesting. Oh, and like, comment, subscribe, I guess.